What's up guys, it's Weston here. So today we're going to be talking about if the Moto G5 is a good idea. Now, if you want to be featured in next episode and if you want a shout out, then leave your suggestion in the comment section for a topic for Topical Tech. If I pick your suggestion, I will give you a shout out and link your channel and social media in the description of this video. So yeah, let's talk about the Moto G5 now. And I've been looking at all the releases and all the specifications and all the rumours and everything, and I think it's going to be a good phone. Now, I'm just going to put a few pictures of it, and I think it is a lovely phone. It is a really nice looking phone. I think it's the best looking Motorola G phone ever made. Yes, the G4 Plus last year was really good and it looked really nice, but this just looks so much nicer. I love the metal body, I love even the camera design, and I just think it's a nice looking phone. And it looks more premium than the predecessors that come before it. And I think the addition of the metal body is a real welcome addition. It just adds that more premium factor to the phone that you wasn't getting before. Now, I'm not saying that the old Moto G phones were bad. They're really well made and they're just well put together, and obviously they don't feel as good as a metal phone does, but they're still really solid phones. But back to the G5 now, and I was just looking at all the specifications, which you can see on screen now. So we've got a Snapdragon 625, Adreno 506, 2GB of RAM, 1080p display, 12 megapixel camera. So it is looking like a good phone. Pricing wise, we're going to be starting at around £180ish, I believe, for the G5, and then around £200 plus for the G5 Plus. Those are going to be similar specifications. One's going to have a bigger display, and I think specs wise they're going to be pretty much identical. Apart from the Plus, I think is getting 3GB of RAM, which is going to be obviously a premium over the 2GB model. But that brings me to the question, is it actually going to be a good idea for Motorola? So what I'm going to do is put two phones similarly priced on the screen now. So we've got the Moto G5 and then we've got the Xiaomi Redmi Note 4. Both of these have very similar specifications, apart from the Redmi has 4GB of RAM in comparison to the Moto's 2GB. And it's also cheaper than the rumoured G5 because we don't know the actual price of it until, I believe, Mobile World Congress. But you can see both now, both specifications side by side, and they are really similar. Now the Motorola, I think, even though it's got lesser specifications, will be a better phone. And I'm going to tell you why. Now for me, it's all about the UI. I've got a Xiaomi phone at the minute and the UI, it's not nice. I've had to put Nova Launcher on it and pretty much remove all aspects of the Xiaomi launcher because it's just not nice at all. Whereas Motorola use a pretty much stock Android-like experience, which I do prefer. I think it looks cleaner, it flows better, it's smoother. So actually, it might just be as fast as the Redmi Note. And obviously the Redmi Note will be getting better for gaming because it's got that extra RAM. But yeah, I think both phones are good. The Redmi Note is cheaper, but we'll have to just see if the Motorola G5 is better. But for the prices, one hand you're getting 4GB of RAM, on the other you're getting 2. So yeah, that's a bit of a thing going. And also that's another point, is there's more Chinese phones as well. There's something like, if you've heard of it, the Zook Z2, which has like a Snapdragon 821 and 4GB of RAM for a really similar price to what the G4 is. So if you want an absolute beast of a phone, I'd definitely look at one of them. But yeah, I would still rather have the Moto G though, just because it looks nicer than the other phones in my opinion. And it's just got the more stock-like Android experience. Now, we'll give Xiaomi credit for adding some additional features to their UI. Now, some additional features I do like, but just I wish they'd make it look nicer. Just the icons and stuff, the menus don't look nice. So yeah, I wish they'd work on that and make that a little bit nicer. And then it'd be a better experience, because Motorola stock Android is already really nice and it's got some good features too. But anyway, we're getting a little bit off topic. So is the Motorola G5 going to be a good idea? Well, spec wise, it's already getting beat. All the Chinese phones are beating it in terms of raw power and raw specifications, but that doesn't always tell the full story. So yes, they might do better in gaming and better for benchmarks, but it doesn't necessarily mean they're going to be a better phone. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see what the Motorola G5 actually performs like. But is it a good idea? Well, yes, for Motorola, yes, it is a good idea, because the G5, they just seem to sell. They're some of the best selling phones when they come out. Like the G4 sold really well. The G4 Plus didn't sell as well, I don't believe. But this one I think is going to sell well, and I'm actually thinking about picking one up. If it's any good, I'm going to watch the reviews first and stuff like that before I have obviously make that decision. But I think I'm possibly going to pick one up if they're any good and if the pricing is right. So anyway, we've got a bit off topic. So is the Motorola G5 a good idea? Yes. Are there better phones out there? Probably. But I think I just like Motorola. I like stock Android. So for me, it might make sense. I've had bad experiences with Chinese phones and Chinese OEMs in the past, so I'm wanting to move away from them. Just personal experiences. So anyway, yes, the Motorola G5 is going to be a good idea, and I think it's going to be one to definitely look at. Right guys, so that is pretty much it for this episode of Topical Tech. Don't forget to leave your suggestion in the comments if you want to shout out in next episode. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. It goes a long way to help out, and you get to see Topical Tech Weekly and also all the other reviews and tests and everything else I do on the channel as well. So thank you so much for watching guys. Drop a like if you enjoyed it, and I will see you all on the very next one.